Okay, so let's talk about an easy way to budget that will help you get out of debt. Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day. So it is a new year and a lot of people really want to focus on their finances and get out of debt, but all of the information out there can be so overwhelming. So I wanted to share with you some tips how we got out of debt on a fairly low income, and maybe this will demystify the process for you. And it is budgeting weekly. So if you get paid weekly or bi-weekly, this is really going to help you. But first, if you're new around here, hi, I'm Lydia Senn. I make videos on frugal and simple living. We are a debt-free family of 6. We paid off $36,000 of debt in 2 years on one tiny little income, and I show you how we do it. Before you begin, I would love for you to leave me a comment below and tell me where you are in your process. Are you just starting to pay off debt? Do you feel completely overwhelmed? Are you a budgeting pro? Let me know. I feel like monthly budgets can be very overwhelming. They are not a bad thing. We put together what we want our month to look like, and then we budget by paycheck because our paychecks come in weekly from my husband. And since I am a contractor, I get paid a couple times a month. And so it can kind of feel like it's all over the place. And budgeting monthly, while it is great, it assumes that you're going to have that full month of income, and life can change on a dime. And so for me, I have found that it is better to start first with what we have in our checking account, budget that out, and then budget as the paychecks come in. And another reason that I feel like budgeting by paycheck really works is that it is easier to stick to something for 5 to 7 days than it is for an entire month. Oftentimes during the month, something will come up. Maybe it's something that just sounds really fun and it's a great surprise, or maybe it's something that's not so fun, like a nail in your tire, a hospital bill, or an appliance that went out. You never know what's going to happen. When you're budgeting 7 days rather than 31 days, you get a little bit more flexibility. The thing about budgets, though, is that they should be flexible. It's done in an app or in a spreadsheet or on pencil and paper. It's not carved in stone. And so budgets need to have that flexibility of changing and then reworking the money flow after that. So if you are a monthly budgeter and you have a problem arise, do not beat yourself up. Just erase what you've written and rework it. It's a pain in the butt, but it's fine. Okay, coffee break. My kids are really excited. They're playing Rattlesnake Jake and they're like really excited about it. Okay, let's talk about how to budget by paycheck. According to the Department of Labor, the average U.S. paycheck weekly is $1,282. Some of you probably make less than that. Some of you make more. Math is math. That's not going to change. You just have to work it out based on what your paycheck is. I'm giving you an example. So I like to break things into 3 or 4 categories. So instead of having 800 categories for everything, no. I like to break it down in bills/debt, groceries/eating out, and spending, saving, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. Yes, I know. That is a broad term, but trust me. My categories: bills, debt, groceries, eating out, spending and saving. You're going to write out what your monthly bills are, what you pay for every single month. So you take your bills, you look at when they're due on the calendar, and then you assign them to a paycheck. So you're going to start first with whatever is in your checking account. You're going to assign that to, so if you're making your first budget, start with what's in your checking account today, right now. And you're going to give it an assignment. So you need to buy groceries, pay your electric bill, put a little towards your student loans, assign it. Then as new money comes in, you're going to give that money a job to do as well. So I've tallied up what my expenses would be for the week. So my electric bill, internet, cell phone, grocery, eating out, and gas, and that totals to $485. Then I would subtract it from the $1,200, and that would leave me $715 that I need to assign. So if I was still paying off debt, I would assign these things to my debts. or to savings or to my Roth IRA. This is the money that you're going to use to do those things like pay off debt, save for your future, fund retirement. But you have to make a plan for this money. You can't just leave it lying around. You can make a weekly budget work for you, even if you get paid monthly or bi-weekly. You just take that amount and divide it up by that many weeks in the month, and then you give yourself kind of an allowance. I have this much that I need to spend on bills and debt, and then I have this much that I can spend eating out, going to get coffee with friends, however you want to spend your money. This is what we have to work with. This is how I can play with it. So every Friday when my husband gets paid, we hop on the phone together and we talk about what upcoming bills we have, what upcoming goals we have. Are there any appointments that are going to require a copay? And we sort it all out. And then as I get paid, we assign that money as well. So a lot of what I get paid goes towards savings. It goes towards education fees for our kids, things like that. And so those are kind of random all over the map. They're not weekly assigned or even monthly assigned places, but we can fill in those gaps as we need to. Before you begin budgeting this way, it's really important to take a look at where you have been spending your money. So log into your banking app and look at the last 3 to 6 months. See where you are spending money on things you don't really care about. I'm not telling you to stop all fun spending. If you want to go get coffee, if you want to go to lunch with friends, whatever you need to do to stay sane in an insane world, please continue to put that in your budget, even if you're in debt. We went bare bones and we didn't spend money on anything because we wanted to get out of debt as quickly as possible. It only took 2 years and then we were done and we were able to spend how we wanted to. But that's not sustainable for a lot of people. So I'm not telling you to not spend money, but if you're mindlessly going to Target and spending $189 every time you're there, stop. You don't need any more throw pillows, okay? Stop. It's not just about the one thing that you're spending money on. It's all the places where you might be wasting money that add up. I sat down and I looked at all of the drive-thrus, all of the coffees, all of the picking up random packs of gum at the gas station, all of it. And I realized that we were spending $10,000 a year on stuff we don't need, which sounds like, well, Lydia, I'm not spending that much money on stuff I don't need. $1,000 a year is only $27.39 a day. Just remember, your first budget isn't going to be perfect. It can take 3 months to get this all sorted out and figure out the style that works best for you. And this style might not work best for you. It's a lot of trial and error until you figure out what your budgeting personality is. And everyone has a different one. My husband loves a spreadsheet. I look at them and they make me want to cry. Like, why? Ooh, pivot tables, no. I just want to write it out on a piece of paper, stick it in the back of my planner and be done with it. I'll consult it on payday. But whatever style works for you because there is no wrong method to getting out of debt. It is all about changing your behavior, and someone who doesn't know you can't dictate what behavioral changes you need to make because you are your own unique, amazing human. And you're capable of figuring this out. You're smart. You survived 2020. You can survive making a budget. All right, so leave me any budgeting questions you have below, and I may try to answer them in an upcoming video. If you're new around here, I would love for you to subscribe, hit that like button. Thank you for being here. Leave me a comment below and let me know what is your budgeting style, and I'll see you soon.